Hey friends, and welcome back to Wild Hearts Homestead. We are experiencing some fake spring over here. We're enjoying it, but we're not falling for it. Before we get into our video today, I'd love to show you something. I came home to a super sweet surprise today. I worked a long day at work and I came in the driveway and there was a package and I was like, I didn't order anything. I send all my packages to my parents' house because our mail is kind of spotty here. I did already take a peek, but I'm so excited. I want to show you this. So Marty is somebody that I've met through YouTube. I sent him some elderberries and he sent me this package and I am super excited about it. Let's see if I can get it out. And there's a sweet little note. It says, "Enjoy your gift. I hope this will work for you," from Marty. So excited, like so excited. When I opened this, I was ecstatic. So thank you, Marty. I'm very excited to use this. This was a super sweet present. Thank you very much. Because I was just saying in my year-end review video that I was having to just kind of pile my books to make cheese instead of, because I didn't have a cheese press. So that was a very, very thoughtful gift. Thank you. So February down here is pruning time. We need to get our trees and our bushes pruned. There are some bushes like my azaleas that I didn't get a chance to prune last year, so they're quite a bit overgrown and really need to get pruned. Some of my pruning I've already gotten done as I was working on garden cleanup. So my butterfly bush, I got that already pruned. I think it was around Christmas time or so I got out here and did that, but I haven't cleaned it up yet. Pruning is something that intimidates a lot of gardeners, and even though I've been gardening for a long time, I still second guess myself. I definitely should have worn gloves to prune this rose bush, but I left one on here because I want to show you a little tip that I use. When I am deciding where to prune, I don't know if you can see all these little nodes on here where it looks almost like it could break. So I want to make sure, like one of these notches, I want to make sure there's at least a couple of them, like how this one I pruned right here. So we've got a notch here, a notch here. So this is where you're going to have buds come out. You can see there's a few buds coming out here. So each of these little notches here is where there's a potential for a bud to grow. So by leaving a couple of these and cutting like here, then this will tell this plant to split. So it'll make it thicker and bushier instead of it being so long and spindly. This elderberry got chopped right after our hurricane because the whole thing fell over. And you can see right underneath where I chopped, it's branching out at those nodes, nodules, whatever you call them. Now these little apple trees, I'm not going to prune too much. They came pruned. I will probably, this branch is really long, so I'm probably gonna cut this right about here. Okay, maybe I will prune it a little bit. I take it back. I will prune it. Some of these ones that are real long like this, I'll prune those. Height-wise, I'm not gonna prune it too much. Oh, you know, the first few years of pruning, I was very nervous that I was going to do it wrong and kill my trees or my bushes that I've worked so hard on, that I paid for. And I'm at the point now where I just hack stuff and it does fine. I don't know if I'm doing it right. I've watched a lot of videos about pruning and read a lot of books about pruning. It works. I don't know. So I'm gonna hack these trees now. So all of the stuff that was coming out of the root ball that was not part of the main tree gets chopped off. From what I remember, a lot of the fruit trees are grafted onto other types of root balls, and then whatever that root ball was, the stuff that's trying to grow out of the bottom will be that root ball, not the pear tree. So you want to remove all the stuff that's growing out extra because it's not going to be the same as your tree. And then I just pruned off all the top that was super tall. My goal is, like with this, because I do want it to grow bigger. So let's see, like you can see, this is where I pruned it last time. So then I just pruned it a little bit farther this time to encourage those buds to grow out into additional branches, like how that is. And if you see branches like this that are growing straight out, you want to be careful with those, because if there's too much fruit hanging off of here, it could snap the branch and then you would lose all of that fruit. But because this is a small branch and this tree hasn't had a ton of fruit, I'm not super worried about this at this time, but it's one that I will keep an eye on and might prune off in the future. These are my tea plants behind me. Some of my plants, I remember how old they are because I bought them the year my daughter was born. She was a couple months old when I got these tea plants, so that is how I can remember. This book came from the farm that I bought the tea plants from. It's called Table Rock Tea. If you're local, I highly recommend them. They do free tours to show all of their stuff. They even have volunteers come to help with planting and stuff like that in exchange for learning. They're awesome. And if you live within an hour of them, you can grow tea and sell it back to them. Unfortunately, I'm like 10 to 15 minutes right outside of that range, so I can't do that. But they're amazing, absolutely amazing. We've been several times. They have this book and it has great information from, this is the pruning section, which I'm going to be referencing for pruning these plants today. And they have information in here from doing small batches of tea making at your home all the way up to doing commercial production of tea. Highly, highly recommend them. Again, that's Table Rock Tea. And we're gonna start pruning our tea plants. It really does not even take that long to prune. I don't know why I have to motivate myself so much to just go get the pruning done, but I do. But once it's done, it feels super good that it's all done. So there's one more big pruning task that I have left, and that is all of my azaleas. They didn't get pruned last year either, so they're a little bit of a mess. They're a lot of a mess, but we're gonna go prune those last and try to get that done today. Surprise, we didn't get it done last night. But my daughter really wanted to plant seeds, so instead we started planting some cabbages and broccolis and getting them set up in the greenhouse. Ellie helping me fill up the seed pots. Yeah, you're doing a great job. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. You know it wouldn't be gardening in the South without some fire ant action. My goal with these azaleas is to try to get them into more of a box type shape. Where these azalea branches were touching the ground, they started to form root balls and become their own plants. So I'm gonna share these with my mom and maybe a friend and share some azaleas because I have plenty. And there we have it. Pruning is done for 2025. I have yet to kill a plant by pruning it too harshly. So I know it seems intimidating, but just give it a shot. It's worth it. It feels really good to get it all done. And like I said, I haven't killed anything yet. So if that changes, I'll let you know. But so far, so good. Thanks for hanging out today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.